So, you have decided to buy an established business. After speaking to many business owners, you've finally found the business that you want to buy and have made up your mind. The next question is, how do you finance or fund the acquisition? If it is a profitable business, it will not be cheap, but will be very much worth buying. I will talk to you about the different methods of financing an acquisition that are generally used. Number 1, buying with cash. If you have sufficient surplus cash available, you can buy a business outright. Cash buy can give you a number of advantages when negotiating the terms of a sale, and you can even get a reduction in the sale price. In practice, we see very few cases where someone has enough cash available to buy a business outright. Number 2, taking a bank loan. If the business you are buying has been established for a number of years and has a steady rate of profit, it is easier to get a loan from high street or private banks to fund the acquisition. The banks will look for whether the business will be able to fund the repayments, and this depends on the profit forecasted, which are based on the past profits. The banks will want to see the cash flow and surplus cash each month or year to ensure their investment is risk-free. This will be much easier if you are buying a business that has been running for a number of years and has steady cash flow month on month and year on year. Number 3, deferred payments. You can negotiate a deferred payment plan with the buyers where you can pay, for instance, 1/3 at completion and the rest over the next 2, 3, 4 or even 5 years. This is all a matter of negotiation and the type of industry. Naturally, the longer you plan to take to pay the sellers, the more price you will pay. You may need to entice the owners into some kind of an earn-out arrangement where they can benefit from a higher sale price if certain targets are met over the coming years until they have been paid in full. This means that as the business makes profits after you have acquired it, you can use those profits to pay the sale price. This can be very lucrative for the buyers and the sellers. Careful negotiations with the sellers can mean you can pay very little up front and get the business to pay for itself in the years to come. It is a win-win, as the sellers are getting a higher price than they would have in, for example, a cash purchase, and the buyers get to keep the sellers for a smooth transition and help generate profits to pay for their sale. 4, sale for share. This method applies where you run a large or listed business and have marketable stocks or shares. You can offer stocks or shares in your company to the sellers in return to them selling their shares in the target company to you. You can also use a combination of cash and shares and stocks in your company. There are other non-conventional methods where you can get short-term finance from private equity firms, but these can be expensive, or you may need to give away a proportion of the business equity. If you have any questions on financing a specific acquisition, speak to our advisors and we'll be more than happy to help.